Champions aren't born, they're made, and they're made through sweat, struggle, and sacrifice. When you wake up in the morning, the battle begins. It's not the punches you throw or the miles you run, it's the war in your mind. The war that says stay in bed when the champion in you says get up. The war that whispers take it easy when the fire inside you roars go harder. Every single day you must fight. You must train your body, your mind, and your spirit to push past limits, to outwork every man in the room, to stand tall when others crumble. Training like a champion isn't about comfort, it's about discipline. It's about obsession. You don't do what's easy, you do what's necessary. You don't stop when you're tired, you stop when you're done. When you train like a champion, you don't just prepare for the fight, you prepare to dominate. So if you want to train like the greatest, remember these 15 key principles. Outwork everyone, the man who works the hardest artist, the man who wins, period. Winning isn't magic, it's not luck. It's not talent alone, it's work. The man who puts in the most hours, the man who pushes himself when others stop, the man who grinds day in and day out, that's the man who wins. Hard work isn't just about how many hours you train, but how you train in those hours. It's about pushing past exhaustion when your body screams for rest. It's about practicing the same move 1,000 times until it's second nature. It's about showing up early, leaving late, and never making excuses. Champions don't take shortcuts. They don't wait for opportunities, they create them. When others are resting, they're running. When others are comfortable, they're in the trenches grinding. The difference between the great and the average isn't talent, it's effort, it's hustle. It's a relentless hunger to be better than yesterday. So if you want to be the best, you must outwork every single person around you, outtrain them, outlift them, outthink them, outlast them. Because in the end, the man who works the hardest is the man who stands victorious. No excuses, no shortcuts, just work. Train your mind first. Champions aren't just strong, they're unbreakable. Strength alone doesn't make a champion, the mind does. Muscles can tire, speed can fade, but a mind that refuses to break, that's the foundation of greatness. Before you train your body, before you step into the arena, you must build an unshakable mindset. A weak mind quits when it's tired. A strong mind pushes through the pain. A weak mind looks for an excuse. A champion's mind finds a way. The battle is won or lost before it even begins in your head. So how do you train your mind like a champion? Develop mental toughness. When you feel like giving up, that's when the real training begins. Learn to love discomfort. Learn to embrace struggle, because struggle creates warriors. Turn pain into fuel. Every setback, every failure, every ounce of doubt, use it. Let it push you harder instead of holding you back. Stay focused under pressure. A champion doesn't fold. When the heat is on, they stay calm, they stay sharp, and they execute. The body follows where the mind leads. Control your thoughts. Doubt and fear will try to creep in. Crush them before they take root. Replace every negative thought with a powerful one. I will win. I will outwork them. I am unstoppable. Visualize victory. See yourself winning before it happens. Feel the sweat. Hear the roar of the crowd. See your hand raised in victory. Your mind must believe it before your body can achieve it. Never accept defeat. The moment you let doubt win, you lose. Champions don't just refuse to lose, they refuse to accept anything less than victory. If they fall, they rise. If they fail, they learn, but they never ever stay down. A body without a strong mind is useless, but a strong mind that can carry a broken body to the finish line. Train your mind first. Train it to endure. Train it to push. Train it to refuse defeat. Because champions aren't just strong, they're unbreakable. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. Pain is temporary. Quitting is forever. Push through. Champions live where others won't eon discomfort. They don't run from pain. They embrace it. They don't fear struggle. They welcome it. They know that growth lives on the other side of suffering. If you want to be great, you must train yourself to be comfortable in the uncomfortable, because the truth is the road to victory is paved with exhaustion, sacrifice, and pain. It will test you. It will break most people, but not you. Pain is temporary. Fatigue is temporary. Doubt is temporary. But the regret of quitting, that lasts forever. The moment you stop pushing is the moment you decide that average is enough for you. But champions, they don't stop. They don't break. They push through. How to train yourself to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. Lean into pain when it hurts. Don't stop. Smile at it. Welcome it. Pain means you're growing, evolving, becoming unstoppable. Develop a never quitting mindset. Tell yourself, I don't quit, ever. If you can push past the breaking point once, you can do it again and again. Do the hard things on purpose. Wake up earlier. Train when you don't feel like it. Push harder when it's already tough. Make discomfort your new home. Remember, it's temporary. The pain of hard work fades, but the rewards of discipline last forever. That moment of exhaustion is nothing compared to the feeling of victory. Embrace the suck. There will be days when you don't want to move, when your body screams at you to stop. That's when you know you're on the right track. Keep going. The man who gets comfortable with pain, with exhaustion, with discomfort, that's the man who stands at the top. Most people break when it gets hard. Most people stop when it hurts. But you keep going. You push through. You rise because you know pain is temporary. Quitting is forever. Run like your life depends on it, because in the ring, in life, it does. When the battle is online, when your moment of truth arrives, will you have the stamina to finish strong? Or will your legs give out? Will your lungs fail you? A champion never lets that happen. That's why you run like your life depends on it. Because in the ring, in life, it does. Your legs are your foundation. Your endurance is your weapon. A tired fighter is a defeated fighter. A man who can't breathe, a man whose legs wobble in the final round, he's already lost. You don't train just to fight. You train to last, to outlast, to dominate when others fade. How to build the stamina of a champion. Run every day, no excuses, rain or shine, tired or energized. Champions don't wait for motivation, they just do it. Sprint like you, me, and 8. Life is a sprint and a marathon. Train both. Push your body past its limits with high-intensity runs. Short bursts of speed build explosive power and endurance. Run when you're tired. Anybody can run when they feel good. A champion runs when his legs ache, when his lungs burn, when his mind says stop. That's where greatness is built. Train for the later rounds. The first round is easy. The second round is comfortable. But what happens when you're in the deep waters of the final round? That's where champions rise. Train for that moment. Make running a lifestyle, not a core. It's not just training, it's a way of life. Run like it's your heartbeat, like it's the key to survival, because it is. Push through the wall. There's always a moment in a run where your body wants to stop. That's the moment that defines you. Push through. Keep going. Break that wall down. Outrun your opponent mentally. Running isn't just physical, it's mental. Every time you push past exhaustion, you build an edge over the man who quits early. When the fight reaches the later rounds, when life demands more than you think, will you have the lungs to keep fighting? Will your legs still be strong? Or will they betray you? Train when others rest. While they sleep, you grind. While they relax, you work. That's the difference. What separates the good from the great? What draws the line between ordinary and extraordinary? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's work ethic. It's the decision to put in the work when no one else will. When others sleep, you rise. When others relax, you grind. When others take a day off, you show up and push harder. That's the difference. That's what makes a champion. Why you must train when others rest. Because greatness doesn't take days off. Success isn't built in comfort. It's built in the hours no one sees, the lonely mornings, the late nights, the unseen grind. Because your opponent is sleeping while he's in bed, you're running while he's taking a break, you're sharpening your skills. By the time he wakes up, you're already ahead. Because success is earned, not given. You don't deserve victory just because you want it. You deserve it because you work harder than everyone else. Because champions live in the shadows. The spotlight only shines on those who put in work when no one is watching. The long hours, the extra reps, the discipline to keep going, that's where greatness is made. Because pain today is strength tomorrow. Every sacrifice, every drop of sweat, every hour of sleep you trade for training, it all adds up. It all makes you stronger. Because comfort is the enemy of progress. Champions don't chase comfort. They chase improvement. While others seek rest, you seek to sharpen your craft. Because one day, the work will speak for itself. When the moment of truth comes, when the lights are bright, when the world is watching, it won't be luck that saves you. It will be those unseen hours of work. Most people do what's required. But champions, they do more. They don't just train when it's convenient. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They create the perfect moment through relentless preparation. So ask yourself, are you willing to sacrifice comfort for greatness? Are you willing to outwork everyone in the room? Are you willing to train when others rest? If the answer is yes, then there's no stopping you. Because while they sleep, you grind. While they relax, you work. And that's the difference. A champion never lets fatigue take what belongs to him. A champion runs. He runs like his life depends on it, because it does. Stay hungry, stay angry, never get satisfied, never lose that fire in your belly. Complacency is the death of greatness. The moment you feel satisfied, the moment you think you've made it, that's the moment you stop growing. Champions don't let that happen. They stay hungry. They stay angry. They keep that fire burning inside them, no matter how many victories they've won. Why you must stay hungry and stay angry? Hunger drives you forward, the desire to be better, to push harder, to outwork everyone. That's what separates you from the pack. If you ever feel like you've done enough, remind yourself there's always another level. Anger fuels the fire, not anger at the world, but anger at complacency, anger at staying the same, anger at the thought of being ordinary. Use that fire to push past every obstacle in your way. Comfort is the enemy. The second you feel comfortable, you stop pushing. The second you stop pushing, you start losing. Champions know this, so they never settle. Always find a new challenge, want a title, go defend it, reach the milestone, set a bigger one, stay in pursuit of something greater. Remember why you started? Go back to that first day, that moment when you decided you weren't going to be average. That hunger, that fire, you must keep it alive, no matter how far you go. Act like you're still at the bottom. Even when you're on top, train like you're still chasing the dream. Because the moment you stop chasing, someone else will take your spot. Wake up with something to prove. Even if you've proven yourself to the world, prove it to yourself every single day. Never let yourself believe the job is done. Use doubt as fuel. People will say you've peaked. They'll say you've done enough. Let their words fuel you. Prove them wrong. Never be satisfied with yesterday's success. Yesterday's wins don't count today. Every morning you start from zero. Stay hungry for more. Stay angry at mediocrity. Fear the alternative. If you don't stay hungry, if you don't stay angry, what happens? You slip. You fade. You become just another name, another story of wasted potential. That fear should keep you grinding. A true champion. They never lose the fire. No matter how high they climb, they act like they're still chasing the top. Stay hungry. Stay angry. Because the second you lose that fire, someone else will take what's yours. Talk it, then walk it. Confidence is the armor of a warrior. Speak your greatness into existence, but back it up with action. A champion doesn't whisper. A champion doesn't hide. A champion speaks greatness into existence and then proves every word with action. Confidence is not arrogance, it's belief, it's power. It's the unshakable mindset that says, I will win. But talk alone means nothing. Words without action are empty. Too many people brag about what they're going to do, but never put in the work to make it real. A true warrior, he talks it, then he walks it. Why you must talk it and walk it. Your words shape your reality. If you say you're a champion, you start training like one. If you say you'll win, your mind and body begin to believe it. Speak power and power will follow. Confidence is your armor. A fighter who doubts himself is already beaten. Confidence protects you. It keeps fear from creeping in. When you believe in yourself, no opponent can shake you. Talking creates pressure, and pressure creates diamonds. When you declare your goals, you put yourself on the line. That pressure forces you to rise, to deliver, to prove every word you've said. Back it up with relentless work. Words alone won't win championships. The gym will, the grind will. Every mile you run, every hour you train, every sacrifice you make, That's what turns words into reality. Make your actions so loud that no one can doubt you. Talk with confidence, but let your work be the loudest thing in the room. Let your success be the proof. Doubt is the enemy destroyer with certainty. The world will doubt you. People will say you can't do it. Let them talk. Your belief, your work, and your victories will shut them up. Be so good they have to believe you. If you say you're the best, train like it. If you say you can't be beaten, fight like it. Earn the right to speak with confidence. Confidence without work is a lie. You can tell the world you're great, but if you're not putting in the work, you're just lying to yourself. Champions don't fake it, they prove it. Turn your words into a contract with yourself. When you say you'll do something, make it law. Make it truth. Hold yourself accountable. If you speak it, you must make it real. Let your success do the talking in the end. First you talk, then you work. Then when the fight is over, when the victory is yours, you let the world see that every word you said was true. Talk it with confidence. Walk it with discipline. And when it's all said and done, let your victories speak for themselves. Fight in the gym like it's fight night. Every rep, every punch, every drill, treat the championship is on the line. Champions aren't made under the bright lights. They are made in the gym, in the sweat-soaked hours when no one is watching. The way you train is the way you fight. If you treat practice like a warm-up, if you go through the motions, if you take it easy in training, you'll break when it matters most. But if you train like every single rep is the final round of a championship fight, if you throw every punch like it could make or break your career, if you push yourself to exhaustion in the gym, then when fight night comes, you will be unstoppable. Why you must train like it's fight night? Because pressure creates champions. If you don't train under pressure, you won't perform under pressure. Put yourself in the fire every day so that when the real moment comes, it feels like just another day in the gym. Because habits become reality. If you slack off in training, you'll slack off in the fight. If you train sloppy, you'll fight sloppy. But if you train with precision, intensity, and focus, that's exactly how you'll fight. Because there are no second chances. In the gym, you can correct mistakes. But in the fight, one mistake can cost you everything. Train like you have no room for error. Because champions do more. Average fighters train until they get it right. Champions train until they can't get it wrong. That's the difference. Because your opponent is training too somewhere, the man you're going to face is training to take your joint away. You can't let him outwork you. Because every punch must have purpose. Don't just throw punches. Don't just go through drills. Every movement must have intent, precision, and power as if the title is on the line. Because training is where fights are won. The battle isn't won in the ring, it's won in the gym. If you've already given everything in training, the fight will feel easy. Because your body must be ready for war. Train your body to push past exhaustion, to move like a machine, to endure every round without slowing down. The pain of training today is the strength of victory tomorrow. Because mental toughness starts in the gym. If you can fight through pain, fatigue, and doubt in training, you'll fight through it when it matters. Train your mind as hard as your body. Because one day you'll look back and know you earned it. When the final bell rings and your hand is raised in victory, you'll know it wasn't luck. It wasn't talent alone. It was the work you put in when no one was watching. Train like the title is on the line every single day. Fight in the gym like it's fight night, because one day it will be. And when that moment comes, you'll be ready. Study your craft relentlessly. The best aren't just strong, they're smart. Know your game inside and out. A champion isn't just built in the gym. He's built in the mind. Strength alone isn't enough. Speed alone isn't enough. If you don't master your craft, if you don't know every angle, every strategy, every detail, you'll eventually lose to someone who does. The greatest aren't just the hardest workers, they are the smartest. They study their game like a scientist, analyzing every move, every mistake, every opportunity. They understand that knowledge is just as powerful as power itself. Why you must study your craft relentlessly? Because talent alone won't save you. A strong fighter with no strategy is a lost fighter. A powerful man with no plan is a beaten man. Straight fades. Skill lasts. Because the best know more than their opponents. You're not just fighting with your fists, you're fighting with your mind. The one who knows the game better has the edge, always. because knowledge gives you an advantage. If you study your opponents, you'll know their weaknesses. If you study your own game, you'll know how to improve. Champions never stop learning because mistakes are lessons. Every fight, every training session, every loss, there is something to learn. Champions don't just move forward blindly. They adjust, they evolve, they grow. Because the game is always changing. The moment you think you know it all, you've already lost. Stay ahead of the competition by staying a student of the game. Because mental sharpness wins fights, endurance and power are important, but intelligence is what allows you to control a fight, to dictate the pace, to outthink your opponent before he even moves. Because studying creates confidence. When you've done your homework, when you've studied every angle, when you've prepared for every scenario, you step into battle with absolute confidence. Because details win championships. The difference between winning and losing is often found in the smallest details. The champion is the one who sees what others overlook. Because a smart fighter lasts longer, raw strength fades with age, but knowledge keeps you dangerous for life. Because the best never stop learning, the great ones never think they've arrived. They never assume they know everything. They keep searching, keep improving, keep evolving, because mastery is a lifelong pursuit. Be more than strong. Be more than fast. Be a master of your craft. Study relentlessly, because the one who knows the most wins the most. Turn pain into power. When life hits you, hit back harder. Use every struggle, every doubt, every setback as fuel. Pain is inevitable. It will find you. It will knock on your door when you least expect it. Test you in ways you didn't think you could handle. But what separates champions from everyone else isn't that they avoid pain. It's that they use pain as a weapon. Every struggle, every moment of doubt, every setback, it can either break you or make you stronger. Champions choose the latter. They take the hardest moments and transform them into power. Why you must turn pain into power? Because pain is a teacher. Pain isn't your enemy. It's your greatest teacher. Every time life knocks you down, it's giving you a lesson. The harder the pain, the greater the lesson. Because setbacks are stepping stones, a setback is not the end, it's a chance to rebuild stronger. When things go wrong, don't retreat, step forward, knowing you're building the resilience to come back better. Because life won't spare you, can't avoid pain. It will come whether you're ready or not. But the champion isn't defined by what happens to him, he's defined by how he reacts. When life hits you, hit back harder. Because struggle refines you, every ounce of hardship chisels away at you, sharpening you, strengthening you, preparing you for the next level. Pain isn't a sign of weakness, it's your refining process. Because weakness is a choice, pain doesn't make you weak, how you choose to respond does. You can either let pain defeat you, or you can turn it into fuel. The decision is yours. Because the greatest strength comes from adversity, there's a power that comes from overcoming the toughest, a strength that can't be forged in comfort. You become unbreakable when you survive the storm. Because pain makes you unstoppable. When you've pushed through the hardest challenges, you know that nothing can break you. Every painful moment becomes a reminder that you've already survived the worst. Nothing is impossible after that. Because every doubt is an opportunity, doubt will come, but so will your response to it. Instead of letting it paralyze you, use it to fuel your determination. Every time doubt creeps in, hit back with a greater drive to prove it wrong. Because pain makes you hungry. When life is too easy, it's easy to get complacent. But when pain hits, you feel the urgency to rise, to push, to fight for your goals. Pain lights the fire of hunger in your belly. Because power lies in your ability to adapt. You can't control what life throws at you, but you can control how you adapt. Every time pain strikes, find a way to evolve, to grow, to rise higher. That's where true power lies. When life hits you, don't just survive, rise. Take every struggle, every setback, every painful moment, and use it as fuel to build your power. The more you turn pain into strength, the more unstoppable you become. You are not defined by what happens to you. You are defined by how you rise from it. Surround yourself with warriors. Weak men will drain you. Champions lift you. Choose your circle wisely. Who you spend your time with will shape your future. You may be strong on your own, but the energy, the mindset, and the attitude of the people around you have a powerful influence on your success. Your circle determines your growth. Weakness is contagious. It saps your energy, your motivation, and your focus. But strength, ambition, and greatness, that's contagious too. Champions rise together. They push each other. They lift each other up. If you want to be a warrior, surround yourself with warriors. Why you must surround yourself with warriors? Because your circle reflects your future. The people around you aren't just company, they're a mirror. If you want to see where you're headed, look at who's standing with you. Because energy is contagious. When you're surrounded by people who don't settle for mediocrity, it becomes impossible for you to settle too. Champions elevate each other. Because weakness drains you, negative, lazy, or weak people can suck the life out of you. They'll convince you that it's okay to rest, to quit, to take the easy road. Don't let them. Because warriors push you to be better. True warriors don't compete against each other in a toxic way. They challenge each other to grow, to evolve, to be the best versions of themselves. They make you rise. Because champions have each other's back in the fight for success. You need a team that believes in you, lifts you, and stands with you no matter the odds. Warriors don't just fight for themselves, they fight for each other. Because mediocrity is infectious. If you spend too much time with people who are content with average, you'll start to believe average is enough. The champion knows that average isn't an option. Because your dreams are too big to share with small-minded people. If you surround yourself with people who don't understand your ambition, who can't see your vision, you'll constantly be held back. Dreams deserve warriors, not spectators. Because champions hold each other accountable. A warrior doesn't let his brothers or sisters fall behind. They call each other out, they hold each other to higher standards, and they push each other toward greatness. Because you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You don't get to choose your blood family, but you get to choose your warrior family. Choose wisely. Because your battles will be easier with a strong team. You can fight alone, but why? Surround yourself with people who are strong in the areas you're weak. Together, you become unstoppable. You don't have to fight alone. Find warriors who share your vision, who share your hunger, who share your determination. Surround yourself with those who challenge you, who lift you, who make you better. Together, you'll rise higher than you ever could alone. Because champions don't just fight for themselves, they fight for the strength of the whole team. Visualize victory every day. See yourself winning before you step into battle. The mind leads, the body follows. The mind is your most powerful weapon. Before you step into any challenge, any fight, or any competition, you must first see yourself winning. This isn't just about having a positive attitude or wishful thinking. It's about training your mind to see success so that your body knows exactly what to do when the moment arrives. Your mind is the commander and your body is the soldier. If your mind believes it, your body will follow through. Champions visualize success in every form, before every fight, before every practice, before every challenge. They see the victory before they ever touch the ring. Why you must visualize victory every day? Because your mind is the blueprint for success. Before you even step into the gym, you must visualize the work that lies ahead. Your mind is creating a blueprint for your body to follow. If you see failure, failure is what your body will deliver. If you see victory, your body will make it a reality. Because visualization strengthens your belief, you have to believe in your ability before you can act on it. When you picture yourself winning, you reinforce your own belief. You see yourself as a champion, and that belief becomes the foundation of your confidence. Because you program your body for success, visualizing your movements, your reactions, and your success prepares your body physically. Every time you picture yourself winning, you train your body to respond exactly how it should when it matters. Because mental preparation is just as important as physical. What you practice in your mind is as critical as what you practice in the gym. The greatest champions spend time perfecting their mindset before they perfect their technique. Because doubt has no place in your mind, visualizing victory replaces doubt with certainty. Every time doubt creeps in, counter with a mental image of success. See yourself overcoming every obstacle, handling every challenge with poise. When you've already won in your mind, it's impossible to lose. Because confidence is built from repetition. You don't win the moment you step into the ring. You win in every second you spend visualizing your success. Confidence comes from mental rehearsal, from seeing yourself victorious repeatedly, because it gives you a clear path to victory. When you visualize success, you give yourself a roadmap. You know the steps you need to take. You see the moves, the techniques, the strategy. Your mind already knows how to win, because it reinforces your determination. When you visualize victory, you're not only picturing success, you're reinforcing your willingness to do whatever it takes to make it happen. Victory becomes a certainty, and that certainty fuels your determination to get there, because it creates unstoppable focus. When you have a clear mental image of your victory, everything else fades into the background. There's no room for distractions. There's no room for doubt. You singularly focus on the goal, and your body responds accordingly, because it keeps you moving forward. Victory is not just about the end result, it's about the journey. Every day you visualize success, you keep your eyes on the prize, pushing forward with relentless focus, knowing that you're already on the path to greatness. Visualize your victory every single day. See yourself crossing that finish line, stepping into the ring, lifting that championship belt. Because when your mind believes it, your body will follow, and you'll be unstoppable. Defeat is not an option. Either you win or you learn, but you never stay down. In the life of a champion, defeat is never final. It's never the end. The only way you truly lose is if you choose to stay down, if you choose to give up. Champions know that every setback is temporary, every loss is a lesson, and every challenge is a chance to rise. When life hits you, when obstacles block your path, when the world tells you it's over, you don't quit. You either win or you learn. You pick yourself up, you learn from the experience, and you keep moving forward. In a champion's mind, defeat is simply a stepping stone to greater success. Why defeat is not an option? Because quitting is the only real failure. You can lose a fight, you can lose a round, you can lose a battle, but if you get back up, if you keep going, you haven't lost. The only time you fail is when you give up. Because every setback is a lesson. Defeat is never a waste if you learn from it. Every loss teaches you something, what to do differently, how to adjust, where you need to improve. A true champion treats every defeat as a lesson in growth. Because champions never let anything keep them down. The greatest champions are not those who never fall. They are those who get up faster and harder than anyone else. It's the speed at which you rise that determines your success. Because pain is temporary, whether it's a physical injury or emotional pain, it's all temporary. Pain fades, but your determination lasts forever. You can endure, you can fight through, you can come back stronger. Because your resilience defines you. When life knocks you down, it's your resilience that shows the world who you are. It's not how hard you fall, it's how high you rise that defines your strength. Because defeat builds mental toughness. Every time you rise after a loss, you strengthen your mind. Every setback strengthens your belief in your ability to overcome. Mental toughness is forged in the heat of battle. Because you're always one step away from victory. No matter how tough the fight gets, no matter how many setbacks you face, victory could be just around the corner. Champions never know when the tide will turn, but they know it will turn if they keep pushing. Because your journey isn't defined by one moment. A single loss doesn't define your entire career, your legacy, or your future. Your journey is made up of many battles, and only those who keep fighting win the war. Because you choose your outcome, victory isn't just about winning the fight, it's about your mindset. If you choose to get up, if you choose to keep moving forward, you're already winning. Because the greatest comebacks are written by those who refuse to quit. The most inspiring stories are not of those who win easily, but of those who rise from the deepest valleys. Your comeback can be your greatest victory. Defeat is not the end, it's just a part of the process. You win by rising, you win by learning, you win by never, ever staying down. Master the art of discipline. Motivation fades, discipline remains. Train even when you don't feel like it. Motivation is a fleeting spark. One moment it's burning bright, pushing you to chase your goals with everything you've got, and the next it's gone, leaving you feeling empty and uninspired. But discipline is the fuel that keeps you going when motivation vanishes. It's the daily commitment to your goals no matter how you feel. When the excitement fades and the grind becomes tough, discipline is what separates champions from those who quit. Discipline is the ability to train even when you're tired, to show up even when you don't feel like it, and to keep going even when no one is watching. Champions don't wait for motivation to strike. They create their own momentum with the power of discipline. Why you must master the art of discipline? Because motivation is unpredictable. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you feel unstoppable, while other days you can barely get out of bed. Discipline ensures that no matter what, you keep showing up. Because discipline creates consistency. The real magic of success isn't in a burst of energy or enthusiasm. It's in the daily grind. Discipline forces you to do the work even when you don't feel like it. Success is built on consistent effort, not on fleeting motivation. Because motivation doesn't build habits. Anyone can be motivated for a short time, but it's the disciplined individual who builds lasting habits. Habits create results, and discipline is the foundation of those habits. Because discipline wins when motivation fades. On the days when you don't feel like getting out of bed, when you're tired or distracted, discipline is what gets you moving. Motivation may fade, but your discipline will keep you pushing forward. Because discipline builds mental toughness. Every time you do what needs to be done, even when you don't want to, you strengthen your mental toughness. You teach yourself that your goals are non-negotiable no matter the circumstances. Because motivation is a spark, but discipline is a flame. Motivation can ignite the fire, but it's discipline that keeps the flames burning. Motivation burns bright for a moment, but only discipline will carry you through the darkest times. Because discipline earns results, the people who are willing to show up every day, rain or shine, are the ones who earn the results. Discipline is the true measure of dedication, and the results speak for themselves. Because you can't rely on external motivation. You can't wait for the world to inspire you, for someone to push you. True champions don't need external motivation because they've mastered the art of self-discipline. Because discipline creates freedom. It might sound counterintuitive, but discipline leads to freedom. The more disciplined you are in your work, your training, your habits, the more freedom you have to achieve your dreams. Because discipline eyes the key to longevity. The road to greatness isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. Discipline allows you to keep going, keep improving, and keep fighting, even when the initial motivation fades. Discipline is the secret ingredient of every champion. It's what gets you up when you're tired, what drives you to train when you're uninspired, and what ensures you never stop moving forward. Motivation may fade, but discipline will carry you through to victory. Make sacrifices others won't. Greatness demands a price. Are you willing to pay it? Every champion knows one undeniable truth. Greatness comes at a cost. It requires more than just talent, more than just hard work. It requires sacrifices that most people aren't willing to make. The road to success is not a comfortable one. It's filled with moments when you'll have to choose between what you want in the moment and what you need to achieve your goals. You will have to give up time, comfort, and sometimes even relationships. You'll have to push through pain, exhaustion, and doubt when others will quit. Success isn't given, it's earned, and it's earned by those willing to sacrifice what's easy and comfortable for what's necessary and extraordinary. Why you must make sacrifices others won't? Because comfort is the enemy of progress. Comfort keeps you stuck. It tells you to relax, to settle, to take it easy. But champions know that growth never happens in comfort. To achieve something extraordinary, you have to step outside of your comfort zone and make sacrifices. Because sacrifice is the price of opportunity. Every time you choose to sacrifice something, you're opening yourself up to greater opportunities. Whether it's sacrificing time, sleep, or temporary pleasures, you're buying your future success with that sacrifice. The more you give up, the more you gain. Because greatness is rare. If greatness were easy, everyone would have it. It's the sacrifices that separate the great from the average. When others are satisfied with mediocrity, champions are willing to give more. Because success requires single-minded focus. You can't achieve greatness while spreading yourself thin. You must sacrifice distractions, temptations, and anything that pulls you away from your goal. Every sacrifice is a step closer to your ultimate vision. Because no one achieves greatness without sacrificing something, whether it's time with family, social outings, or personal desires. Every champion has had to sacrifice something to get where they are. The cost of greatness is real, and the price must be paid. Because sacrifices build strength. Every time you choose to sacrifice something you want for something you need, you build resilience. You become mentally tougher, stronger, and more committed to your goals. Sacrifices are like training for your mind and spirit. Because the road to success is a one-way street. There's no going back once you've committed to greatness. You can't pursue your dreams while holding on to the things that hold you back. Let go of what's unnecessary so you can move forward without hesitation. Because you can't have but you can't have what you want most. Everyone wants success, but not everyone is willing to make the sacrifices it takes to get there. If you want to reach the highest level, you must decide what truly matters and sacrifice the rest. Because sacrifice is the ultimate form of self-discipline. Every time you sacrifice something, you're practicing self-discipline. You're teaching yourself that the pursuit of your goal is more important than temporary pleasure or ease. True discipline means sacrificing what's convenient for what's important. Because your sacrifices will pay off. The sacrifices you make today will be the foundation of your success tomorrow. Every moment you give up in the pursuit of your dreams will pay dividends in ways you can't yet imagine. What you give up now will come back to you 1,000-fold in the form of victory. Are you willing to make the sacrifices others won't? If you want to achieve greatness, you'll have to pay the price. Comfort, distractions, and the easy way out will always be there, but so will the opportunity for something greater. Champions are willing to give up the short term in order to claim their place at the top. As you stand at the edge of your journey, remember this: greatness isn't a gift, it's a choice. It's the choice to rise when others stay down, to push through when the pain is unbearable, and to keep fighting when doubt tries to creep in. You have the power to make it happen. The road will be tough, the sacrifices will be real, and the challenges will be many, but if you keep your eyes on the prize, if you stay disciplined, if you make the sacrifices others want, you will rise above the rest. Your potential is limitless. The world is waiting for you to claim your victory. Now, go out and make it happen.